In what way did you lose the genetic lottery? Everyone in my family has baggy dark circles under their eyes. Naturally, I inherited it too, made worse by the fact that I have a habit of staying up late. Hey, at least you can easily cosplay as Palpatine. Getting white hair at the age of 9. The white hair did spread, but thankfully most of my hair is still black in the majority. Obviously that just means you're the protagonist of your story and not some one-dimensional side character. My freaking small butt hands. I'm a 6 foot, 190 pounds dude but have the hands of a 15-year-old girl. Pro is that it makes your dong look bigger. Chinless. Thanks, Dad. You can have one of mine. Ibs gang where? On the can. My DNA is broken at the nibrin protein, essentially where your DNA tells broken DNA repair itself. So I have no good DNA. I am high risk for breast cancer and found out that because of my mutation I cannot have radiation or chemo, it will make any cancer spread. So if I get cancer in an organ that can't be removed, I'm fricked. Schizophrenia. There was a 1% chance of it happening, and it frickin' happened. When I realized that my nose was growing faster than any other part of my body. When I was younger, my gran used to regularly say, when God was giving out the noses you Madonna who thought they were for eating, so she took the biggest one. I am a lady who is built like a gorilla, long arms and short stocky legs. The upside is that I can win a slap flight from a good distance and have excellent balance on boats. You were born to be a pirate. Super susceptible to migraines. Passed on from my mum. That crap hurts. My left knee went out in the 8th grade. Today both knees are bad, and I have ongoing issues with my wrists, ankles, toes and hips. I'm 27. My dad is the same way. In retrospect, being double jointed as a kid was more of a warning sign than a cool party trick. I have constant digestive problems and stomach pains that get worse when I'm stressed. My sight is so bad that without glasses I can't even recognize someone's face 6 feet in front of me. I hasten grown nails all the freaking time. I have a history of depressive and anxious disorders in my family, and it tends to show on me lately. Freaking asthma. That crap sucks. Fellow chronic asthmatic here. Indeed it sucks. It's not like we have to, breathe to live. Mental illness. There's a lot of it in my family and unfortunately it didn't skip me. However, I have been actively working on my mental health for over a decade and that's helped break the cycle of intergenerational trauma and abuse. My family has quite the history too. If you can name a mental illness, then at least one person in the family had it. On the flip side, I think I got the least crazy of them all. Autism severe enough to require special consideration, and mild enough that people conclude I don't actually need it. Yes, exactly this. You don't want people to notice, but at the same time, that prevents people from acknowledging your limitations. I'm pretty close to legally blind, but just in one eye. Because of this it turns out I don't have depth perception. So yeah, I can see fine cause the good eye is perfect vision. But I suck at knowing how far away things are. I have been hit in the face by balls many times, walked into walls, fell up and down stairs, all sorts of BS. Oh yeah, I was born that way, hence why it's a genetic lottery thing. Lol. Kira's incident is very upset about the phrasing. To appease them, I'm sorry I phrased things in a casual way. My parents may as well be related with all of the issues I have. Crohn's disease, common variable immunodeficiency, Asperger's, depression and anxiety, and I was born with my urethral tubes too low, resulting in chronic kidney and bladder issues. The surgery to correct it has made me infertile. I still have a pretty kick-ass life, but goddang I wish the diagnoses and problems would stop piling up. Crohn's disease sucks. I have pretty much got to the point that it doesn't affect me basically at all. I'm ugly. And I'm proud. Addiction. My dad and I get addicted to things so intensely it sucks. Both of us are cross addicted to drugs and alcohol, but sober now. Both smokers, but now we have tried to trade out for harmless addictions which have still caused social isolation and harmed relationships in our familial and occupational lives. Yay. Starting to get a receding hairline at 23. Dude, I'm 24 and my crap is gone. I just started on the recommended treatments and I'm hoping I can get something back, but it's really ugly right now. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to me and I resent it every day. Gallstones at age 20, Hashimoto and vitiligo starting at age 13, bad eyesight. Hey, I just wanted to say that I have always thought vitiligo is beautiful. That's not me bullshitting you or trying to be condescending. I was reading an interview with someone speaking about theirs just a few days ago and thought how stunning it looked on her. We are canvases. You just have more color than some others. Know that there are people out there who think it's a sign of beauty. In this era of beards, I cannot grow one for the life of me. Instead it is all patchy and thin. I do a fairly good job growing a mustache and I'm getting better at growing a beard. I'm womanless, so I would have preferred genetics not give me this power. Well, I have John Lennon's nose, IBS, asthma, ADHD, and a genetic disorder called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It messes with collagen production, so I am prone to dislocate most joints and sprain most tendons, muscles. It also affects skin, so I get lots of bruising and little cuts on my skin. I'm so tired of being in pain every day. My friend has the vascular kind and coughed too hard once and ruptured her carotid and gave herself a stroke. Feels bad knowing this is a thing. Can't smell. When the doctor or nurse begins to ask you about family history of, I tell them yes. Check all the boxes if there is a disease or disorder it runs in my family and I have a predisposition for it. My family has a spreadsheet of everyone's illnesses that we all carry on our phones. I just hand it to doctors when they ask. You should try it. It's much easier than trying to verbally explain that yes, my family ain't really that fricked. Looking like a troll with an oversized tongue and the family's fricked teeth. Big tongues can do some good work. Chronic migraine. Without modern medicine and the ability to do an emergency C-section, I would have died in childbirth. I'm very short, 5 feet 2 inches, and my baby was huge, 9 lbs 13 ounces, 22.5 inches long, and couldn't fit down into my pelvis. He was so big and my uterus so small that he was also breech, feet first in position because there wasn't enough space for him to turn. Acne. I'm an otherwise attractive person, but acne just sucks. Adult acne here. I've had breakouts from 12 to now, 29. Definitely not fun. I'm allergic to dogs, cats, and pretty much any of the lovable fluffy pets. I am also very lonely. It's killing my mental well-being. Same here. It almost ruined my marriage and my life in general. I'm medicated now and have learned some coping mechanisms. I'm doing much better, but I have a long way to go. Picking up every disease gene on both sides of my family. Migraines like my maternal grandma. Mood disorders like my paternal cousin. It seems to have skipped a generation. A fake my grandpa was very moody and nobody in my dad's generation was like that, then me and my cousin are. Low blood pressure like my maternal grandpa. Stomach acid gets easily imbalanced like my dad. Balding by 24, but has back hair instead. Same but at 16. 22 now and an ugly bald FCK. I didn't pick up genes from either of my parents, but at least I am a mailman. Oof. I was born with severe hemophilia B. Despite needing weekly injections, I bruise like a banana and bleed internally from minor repetitive tasks. I'll bleed in my legs and ankles if I walk too much. I'll bleed in my elbows and wrists whilst scanning items as a cashier. I can't do any sort of physical contact sports, because you guessed it, internal bleeding. I was born long labial mayo. I, a female, look almost exactly like my dad. This makes me look like a badly done drag queen in family pictures. Duane syndrome. Can't look to the right. I watched a documentary on someone with a related condition and it was an incredible story, but with a lot of work he was able to overcome it and finally turn left. You should check it out. I think the movie's called Zoolander. Pale skin and red hair. The sun is not my friend. I feel you, brother. I regrow my hair in like 3 days after I cut it and it sucks. Bald man here crying in the back. I'm short. Always have been. Me too, but I am okay with it. What I am not okay with is people telling me good things come in small packages. It's annoying as heck because I really don't care about my height, so why make a big deal about it? Women in my family are short and cute, but I'm tall and awkward. Developed celiac disease, and breast cancer runs in the family on both sides, so I have that to look out for. Take your pick. Psoriasis, autism, or color blindness. All of them. I definitely have all the worst physical features of both my parents and none of the good. Mom's bad skin, thin lips, dad's big eyelids, big nose. You have been visited by the Doggo Beer Master. Comment delicious so you always have beer in your life. Like and subscribe, you magnificent person.